I came here and to Atlanta. I was slept in a bando. I slept in a crack house. That guy ended up bailing out on the payment for that hotel, and he lied and claimed that his mother got sick. He found out she had cancer, so he had to stay at the hospital. He wasn't responding. I woke up and he had said that how he was going to work and he had work in the morning. So I'm like, okay. I slept. I had gotten some food. Had my EBT card from when I was in LA, and I was just waiting for him because I thought, okay, I don't know, we were gonna go leave out and stuff because they were calling the people in the hotels calling talking about they gotta pay for the because he claimed he paid, but they were saying that they didn't get that pay, like he paid on the Hopper app, that third party app. They didn't receive the payment, so they said that we had to go. I had gotten on the bus and I didn't know where I was going. I was in a dirty dirt part, like it was a bunch of dirt roads type stuff. It was only one bus that took everybody anywhere. It was summertime, so I was in the heat. Was carrying a whole bunch of stuff. I was carrying a whole bunch of items, and I was trying to figure out where I was going to go. I kept calling shelters. One shelter responded. I traveled all the way down to Oakland City because, I mean, not Oakland City. I traveled down to about which part, this train station, I think Midwest. What is it called? Not Midtown. It's not Midtown. It's a train station, and I had traveled all the way down there because I was gonna head to that shelter. I called, and then I called them back, and then they said, "Hold on," because the lady told me to call back at 4, and the next minute I know they said they didn't have no room. That if that lady don't show up, if this lady don't show up, because they have a spot on the floor, if that she don't show up, then you can take the spot. But if she don't, and they'll call back around this time. But if they don't call back, it's because she came. So I was like, what the heck? Walking around, ran into this guy, thought he was gonna help me. It's a whole long story. He didn't have no place to go. Slept over him and his friend's house, and I laid on the bed. They laid on the floor. It was real hot in there. Got up. We went to the train station. We went to this other place. We were trying to find a spot to sleep at, and waiting on this guy to open the door. And it was taking so long. My ankles were getting swollen. I was hot. I was sweaty. Next minute, I know I'm going, and I'm just like, you know what? I can't stay here. I'm gonna just figure out how I'm gonna get some cash because I'm gonna sell my food stamps. I'm gonna do something. And he got mad. He was going off on me, calling me all different types of names because I wanted to leave. This man was like over 30 years old. So he was just mad older than me. And from that, it led for me to just running into the wrong people over and over again. The fifth day of me being here, to sum it up, I ended up being raped around about 3 times by this guy. I did not think that would do that because he never came at me in a sexual manner. He had lack of empathy, lack of emotions, and he just never came at me like he wanted me in that type of way. And I would have never thought because when he said that his sister was fine with me coming into their home because he stayed with his sister because he used to have an apartment, but his so-called roommate got cancer and she had to go back to Africa to get some treatment. It sounded like some bullcrap. It really sounded like if that is true and she said that, she was trying to get away from him. But overall, I got there and I encountered being raped, got police involved. They didn't care. None of the detectives cared. I even overheard one of the detectives on the phone saying how he didn't care. He was talking to the dude that raped me and he was trying to get his side of the story on what happened. I showed them the proof and video about him admitting it because I recorded him and they didn't care. And this is my account of what I dealt with while being in Atlanta. I had to learn to forgive. I was so hurt and I'm still learning to heal from that. But I realized I can't heal from it unless I start speaking more about it. And I didn't want to speak on it. I made a video addressing the situation, posting it, and I thought that was it. But I need to really talk about it because there's people that really need healing. And this is what my way of healing as well, letting that be out. So I was raped 3 times in Atlanta. People think when I said that I'm still a virgin, that means either I'm lying about being raped or I'm lying about being a virgin. No, you can still be a virgin. He kept trying to take it from me, and he was pushing himself in me, and he kept doing it, and it was hurting, and I kept fighting against him. And he kept reminding me that I didn't have no place to go because I was in a place that I didn't know, had no family type stuff. So, like, I didn't know where I was going to go. I stayed in the bed because I was afraid of getting up. Because if I let it be known, because he had his family members in the house, if he let it be known, some of his siblings were still in the house, that he was doing that, that he took advantage of me. I felt like his sister didn't know that. I thought that was his mother, that she didn't know I was in the home, and that I'd be put down as I was trespassing. I broke in and entering someone's home, and now the last thing I needed was police to get arrested in a place that I didn't know of. So he was trying to put that fear into me that I had nobody, like where I was gonna go, and I gave into that fear and I didn't say anything. I thought after he did it the first time, he wasn't going to do it again. He got what he wanted, which was to get that ejaculation, to get off. And I was so exhausted because I was walking around for days nonstop, eating junk food, barely eating chips here and there, and not sleeping, walking around in the heat, trying to stay hydrated, walking around with heavy bags. My back and my body was in pain. So to have someone to purposely overpower me because they seen I was homeless, a young female homeless, and I thought since the dude was young, he was 22, that he wouldn't have done that, and he wasn't interested in me, and he did. He took advantage. This is what I encountered while I was in Atlanta. I was so angry. I was so upset. I even thought about taking my life. I was stressed out thinking about how it would be if I went to court, going through that whole process, having to be reminded of every little detail and recording, seeing the videos of me even crying and recording him say that. It's just, I hated him so much. I wanted to see him dead. I wanted to do something to him. And my heart wasn't in the right posture even when I uploaded it because I was so angry. I wanted everybody to see who hurt me and do whatever they wanted to do when they see him in person. And it wasn't in the right posture. It was out of anger. It was out of hatred. It was out of, just animosity. It was just so much anger towards what he did to me. And I'm at a place where I'm like, I speak about it because this is me want to heal. Um, Sometimes I do have times where I do cry because I ask God, why is it that and then recently when I was at this covenant for youth shelter, I was treated so bad there. And I've seen them mistreat a lot of people. They abuse their power, case managers and the staff members. Not all of them, but some of them. And one guy I got involved with, he took advantage of me twice. He tried to convince me that it was consensual. And I told him, how is it consensual? Because I told you no. And I told you I was a virgin. And even at that point, I was still a virgin, but he kept trying to force it in. So they didn't take my virginity, but they kept pushing to the point it caused me so much pain. It hurt down below, if that makes sense. Like they were getting in. Rape is forced penetration. It don't mean all the way penetrating to the point you're taking, for example, a virgin's virginity, but it's enough to the point you're pushing. You've already entered in that person. So it don't matter if you enter in that person this much or this much. It doesn't matter. Even if it's 2 inches you've entered in them or an inch, that is rape. And um, he ended up having to get transferred and transitioned out of that that shelter, and I am later on leaving from that place. Um, I didn't like the abuse of power that they were doing and the way they talked to us and how they were talking to me, being reminding me about being on the street. Um, right now, I'm still in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm still trying to grasp and pop. Right now, I'm in my transition. I'm trying to figure out what, how, like, just figuring out what it is God wants from me. I know He wants something, but really my purpose. I know I'm meant to help people, but I don't know exactly how. In what ways, how to even start it really. And I just want to help people. That's all I want. I'm tired of being in shelters. I'm tired of being homeless. I'm tired of lacking. I want to improve myself, and I feel like I want to start by more documenting myself, improve myself to give people more of that hope. So I want to start being more vulnerable on socials, putting more things there, yeah, to motivate people, but to help people and expose my wounds so they can be healed. This walk with God isn't easy, and it's going to have bumps, twists, and turns. And the reason why I was saying my things I've dealt with while being here, and it's not even just the details of it all. I've dealt with homeless, getting sex trafficked, kidnapped, like over twice while being in Atlanta, and I got preyed on. I've got sexually harassed, stalked, and harassed by this guy, this weirdo, for like when I was homeless outside on the street. um I was left for dead by this my case manager. I was on the street and she was supposed to help me get into a transitional shelter, and she left me dead, and I was sleeping outside in a parking lot. I showed up when I needed food, when I needed water, and he kept showing up. I had to deal with police having to tell me to get out of that parking lot garage, and I had to sleep outside. I slept outside when it rained. I slept outside when it was pretty cold. I slept outside. I had nowhere to go. And I gave him my worries, and he showed me how real he was. I've been attacked left and right. Demons were attacking me left and right through people. I encountered a witch, and she was trying to chant things over my life and casting so much evilness onto me. And this lady was doing crack. So not only was she a witch and she did voodoo, she was a Geechee. She was from New Orleans. But she was trying to chant evil stuff onto me, saying how she was going to put a curse on me. And it's just a long story, but the reason why I'm speaking about this is because the process of walking on this walk, God never said it will be easy. Anybody that says it is easy is a lie, and the truth ain't in them. That's nothing but the enemy. God never said this walk would be easy. I'm right here testifying as I'm still in a shelter, still trying to keep going and praising God, and even when it's hard, like, and I don't want to cry about it, but I've dealt with so much. I've dealt with being raped over 3 times, been homeless. I've had people come up to me and tell me that I was never going to leave the street, that I was going to be outside homeless forever. I have so much video proof of how they would talk to me. These demons were speaking through people, and it started to get to me. What I'm saying is, don't give up. This walk ain't easy. And right now, I'm homeless and I'm in a shelter. All these other people, and y'all don't understand how many days and nights I go where I cry, and I'm so tired of being in this predicament. Tired of being in the shelter. I'm tired of being homeless. I'm tired of not having money in my pocket because I try to work and then it don't work out because God keeps reminding me this isn't for you. It's not because I'm lazy. I'm a hard worker. I can work. But when God calls you from a job, He tells you, I don't want you doing this. You can fight so hard to be disobedient. But then when you see all these jobs ain't working out for you, they're not paying you jack, you have to understand it's because that's the reason. It's not meant for you. I tried so hard and it would be let known this ain't for me. What I'm saying is trusting God is hard. This walk ain't easy. It is hard. This journey to Him is not hard. You will deal with so much attacks, warfare. You will deal with doubt, fear. I've been sexually assaulted over 4 times. Of being in Atlanta, I dealt with almost getting sex trafficked. I dealt with being almost kidnapped. I've dealt with getting almost pimped out by freaking crackheads. I've dealt with so much bull crap. I dealt with people that pretended to be people of God and had the audacity to tell me I wasn't walking to God because I didn't look a certain type of way. I didn't sound a certain type of way. And it's just like, how can you tell me my walk is not real with God? And He's the one that fed me. And I was wondering how I was going to eat. I was going to get something to drink because I was dehydrated. He gave me water. Ooh, I'm praying. I'm thirsty. Randomly, people walking down the street, cases of water. And I could be looking around trying to find something to drink. When people question how I walk with Him, I don't know every scripture. I don't know every verse. That does not mean somebody is not of God. I'm still growing. I'm still young. I'm still growing in God. And when you got people left and right trying to cast judgment and deem me as not a person that has went through it and don't got God in my life and that the devil has sent me, and I'm really talking to the devil, when people got the audacity and this demon possessed people and they get mad when I may be able to see and point out their spirit. When people do that, it's that confirmation that clearly I'm doing something right. But at the same time, it just sometimes it gets to me. I'm human. I got flesh. It gets to me sometimes where it's just like, dang, I don't even know what I've been through. I was in a home for my entire life, and God called me from a home of abuse. He called me from a home where my mother hated me, and it wasn't her as a spirit. I was getting mistreated since I was a child. I've been raped since I was 6 years old. All I've known was sexual abuse. I've been taken advantage of and prayed over by grown men since I was like 6 years old, 6 or 7 years old. I've been depressed. I've been suicidal. I've lived a life of just misery. People don't know what I've been through. Lost so much people, and people cast so much judgment to sin and hate and claim somebody isn't of God. And it just shows that clearly you see a good spirit, the presence of God on me, and it makes you mad, bothers you. This walk with God ain't easy. You will have people that would doubt you, people that would tell you you're not good enough, people that would tell you God ain't really walking with you. Do not allow those people to get in your head at all. Keep going and don't allow those type of people to confuse you, because the devil is coming here to cause confusion. He's coming here to steal, kill, and destroy. People have to understand these are the times where he's coming in heavier. He's trying to stop God's children, which is me, and along with a lot of people, from rising and coming up and glorifying God, giving Him praise and serving Him and saving a lot of people, lost souls. There's a lot of lost souls roaming around here that need someone to come into their presence and bless them with God's grace, with God's love, and speak to them and acknowledge them. Even in this place, I've been attacked spiritually by people. I've come across false prophets, false people, so much demonic, evil people. And the last shelter I was in, everything is so possessed in so much ways. And trust me, I have many times where I just want to leave, but if it's not time for me to leave and God says it's not time, then it's not time. I gotta keep going, even, and sometimes I get discouraged because I'm like, God, I have so much to say. I want to help you. I want to influence people. I want to help bring people to God. I want to do this and that. And then people, I'm not gonna lie, I'm comparing myself to other people. I'll look at other people as prophets, as genuine prophets. And I'm saying, yo, they getting all this people watching them. I'm seeking for help. I'm wanting, even if it's spiritual help, somebody, a mentor, somebody that's from you to help me in ways that I need help to serve you. And I'm seeing all these people get that, and I'm just like, God, I'm seeing people around me in my face getting blessed. I'm like, God, what's going on? I'm I've been sticking this hard, and my faith has been so strong. Why am I still struggling? I just need help. I need guidance. So many people come into here lying, saying that God sent them, and then they don't want to help. I'm not asking for finances. I'm seeking the word. I'm seeking spiritual help. I need help in places of my health and doing better, take care of my temple. I need help when it comes to me being harder in my prayer life. I need help when it comes to being more of my fasting and so on and so forth, and just seeking Him more. And that's all I want. And I've dealt with so many times of people just lying and say they're going to sow into me, and they don't. And I'm not going to call this lady a liar, but so far she has not said anything, claiming she was supposed to sow into me, and she never said anything back. I'm seeing all these people about to walk over and cross over into their promise, and I'm like, God, leaving their transition. I'm like, God, all these people getting help in their transition. I'm like, God, I don't care. Yeah, I need some finance in my life, but I just need spiritual guidance, a helper, somebody. And I haven't been getting that. God has been helping me, but like real people to be around. It's hard to find genuine people. And this walk with God ain't easy, but I'm just telling you, keep going. You will have people that will try to doubt, make you doubt, and inflict that spirit of doubt and fear onto you, but do not listen. Take heed and listen to God, because He's not going to put that fear of doubt into you. Keep going. There's people that are really set out here by the devil and sent to deceive. Just keep going. This walk ain't easy. It's worth it. Stay blessed. Be true. Be true to yourself. God bless you. True to yourself, because there's only one you that can do it. God made you and only you. So continue to love yourself, because God loves you. Keep going and walking in His way. Even if you don't know where you're going, that's the best thing, is to not know. Because if we know every little thing, we will end up falling short, because we're going to end up leading ourselves somewhere else, trying to do it our own way. God can work with us when we don't know where we're going. He will continue to lead you. Don't get strayed away by false people, people trying to strike fear into you. Keep going. God loves all of you, and He just needs all of y'all to keep going in his name, and that's it.